Artificial intelligence and global data infrastructure require a massive, unbroken supply of electricity. These systems operate around the clock, with virtually zero tolerance for a drop in power. Advanced precision manufacturing runs on the same rigid requirement. If the power fluctuates for even a fraction of a second, entire assembly lines can stall, resulting in millions of dollars in lost productivity. To measure these costs, planners traditionally use a metric called the levelized cost of electricity, or LCOE. On this scale, solar and wind appear to be the cheapest energy sources in history, with costs falling well below those of fossil fuels. However, LCOE focuses exclusively on the cost of generating a megawatt. It omits the logistical reality of supplying power when the sun sets or the wind dies down. A high-tech economy requires a constant, stable input. Relying on generation costs alone provides a distorted view of what it actually costs to run a modern, reliable grid. To guarantee that stability, grids have historically relied on baseload fossil fuels like natural gas to fill the gaps left by weather-dependent renewables. But building new gas capacity today is increasingly difficult. Capital costs have risen sharply, and high global demand has pushed the wait times for new turbines to as much as 7 years. Natural gas also tethers the grid to globally traded commodities. Geopolitical shocks or shipping disruptions can cause fuel prices to spike overnight, directly impacting the cost of electricity. Grid planners are currently caught in a squeeze. They can choose cheap but intermittent renewables, or reliable fossil fuels that are becoming prohibitively slow and expensive to deploy. This dilemma has led to a new benchmark, the firm LCOE. This metric calculates the total cost of delivering a perfectly flat, constant supply of renewable power around the clock. Transforming variable wind or solar into a firm resource requires massive energy storage. The extra investment needed to build this backup is known as the firming premium. This chart shows how the firming premium behaves. If we try to achieve 80% reliability using only solar panels and lithium-ion batteries, the costs remain within a manageable range. But as we approach 100% reliability, the cost curve spikes. Covering the final few hours of a rare multi-day storm would require so many batteries that the project becomes mathematically absurd. Engineers have come to call this the battery wall. Relying on storage alone to bridge major weather gaps breaks the economics of renewable energy. To build a cost-effective plant, the industry had to find a more intelligent solution. That solution is hybridization, combining different renewable sources at a single site to bypass the limitations of batteries. Solar and wind are naturally complementary. Wind speeds often increase in the evening or during the winter, exactly when solar production is at its lowest. When these two profiles are layered together, the total energy output becomes much flatter. The periods where the power falls to zero are significantly reduced. Developers then apply a counterintuitive strategy called generation overbuild. They intentionally install more solar and wind capacity than the grid connection can actually handle during peak hours. Because the hardware for solar and wind is now so inexpensive, it is cheaper to deliberately waste excess energy on a sunny day than it is to buy massive multi-day batteries for a cloudy one. By mixing wind, solar, overbuild, and moderate storage, engineers can create a virtual baseload power plant. It provides the same reliability as a traditional facility at a fraction of the complexity. This approach is now viable because of a decade of cost reductions. This chart shows the plummeting prices for solar panels, wind turbines, and lithium batteries, all dropping simultaneously. The latest data from IRENA shows that in regions with high-quality resources, the firm LCOE of these hybrid systems has officially fallen below the cost of building new coal or natural gas plants. These systems are powered by technology rather than fuel. This means the price of electricity is locked in from the day the plant opens, completely insulated from the price of global commodities. This shift allows industrial users to structurally decouple their power costs from the volatility of global energy markets, providing long-term financial stability. Right now, in markets where energy capacity is already stretched thin, speed has become a decisive competitive advantage. A hybrid renewable and storage plant can be built and commissioned in just 1 to 2 years. By contrast, a new natural gas facility often faces turbine lead times of 5 to 7 years. The sectors driving modern growth, like artificial intelligence and advanced manufacturing, are expanding at rates that cannot wait half a decade for new power. The logistical and financial math now aligns. Hybrid systems deliver the reliable, localized energy that allows these critical industrial sectors to scale today.